and I still think the Apollo exterior looks too damn cool to be a space ambulance. John, Ben, I'm gonna need a fighter or a smuggler variant of the Apollo. And no, if you're thinking that's a hint or anything, it's not. It's just me abusing my platform and position to make a personal request.
Either Jared teased us big time regarding an upcoming ship variant, or he's straight to the point here about Cloud Imperium Games missing a huge opportunity with the design of the RSI Apollo. And given how I can't see how he would spoil any of the reveals as we are getting this close to CitizenCon, I'd reckon that the latter is the most plausible explanation. So let's get into it and let's see how Cloud Imperium Games missed an opportunity here to capitalize on such a great design and how they can still manage to turn it into a potentially huge success. So first, let's talk about the RSI Apollo. Clearly here already, it has been on sale for quite some time, for a few years ago as a concept sale. It has a length of 44 meters and a height of 10 meters, making it a little larger than the Cutlass, but definitely smaller than the 400i. The Apollo is therefore that medium-sized hull that's pretty much available with every ship manufacturer of the verse, but that is still critically missing in the RSI lineup. And in addition to its relatively small size, the Apollo also offers a sleek design, layered on a single deck, something that players particularly appreciate because we don't have to deal here with ladders or elevators, which is itself quite aerodynamic as well, which could then greatly be beneficial in atmospherical flight. The interior is made of a cockpit and is then divided into several rooms that should be modulable. Of course, since the ship is designed to be an ambulance, it is therefore going to feature medical bays, but it doesn't have to, more on that later. It also features a pair of size 2 weapons by default, which here again seems awfully not enough given the potential of the hull. Cause this ship does have a lot of potential. As mentioned a little bit earlier, it's about the size of a Cutlass, just a little larger, and as such could potentially be RSI's answer to Drake Interplanetary's jack-of-all-trades. Since the ship is being developed with modularity in mind, it's entirely possible that its original medical modules could be replaced by any other kinds of modules the developers would see fit. Of course, these could be cargo modules for an SCU capacity of about 60 SCU, which would make it a viable alternative to the Corsair, for example, or even the base Constellation if we're talking about freight transport. As far as combat would be concerned, I think that the Apollo variant here would have to be balanced enough to avoid making the Cutlass Black look too obsolete. Should the pilot have access to 4 size 2 gimbal guns like on the Cutlass? Absolutely yes. Should there be a turret in addition to these 4 guns? I'm not so sure here. Perhaps less cargo space for more payloads, that could also be an alternative, especially I would totally see maybe a room dedicated to putting ballistics here, which could give this ship a lot of bullets. That's something that we don't really have in any ship here, except maybe for the Ares Inferno, but it only has a single gun. Anyway, all of that here is uncertain. I think that the Apollo could compensate this lack of firepower with better speed and agility to outmaneuver similar ships of its class, or perhaps should be equipped with a twin size 2 shield generator to make it on par with the levels of protection of the Freelancer series from MISC. Well, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. How would you guys think such an Apollo variant would be protected with? What would be its equipment? Let me know everything, and if you do, well, you'll be in for a chance to win Triad of Furies, all of them coming with LTI. You can also become a Patreon or a YouTube member for automatic access. All you have to do will be to enter your name on Discord. But since we're talking about how much the lack of Apollo variants is a missed opportunity for Cloud Imperium Games, we must also talk about money eventually to try to figure out how much a cargo or a combat version of the Apollo would cost. If we look at the Cutlass lineup, well, we can see that the medical version, the Cutlass Red, is more expensive than the base version at $135 versus $110. The Cutlass Blue, which would compete versus a more combat-oriented or bounty hunted-oriented Apollo, is at $175. Therefore, given how the Apollo would be a superior ship to the Drake Cutlass, it's also a guarantee that it would be more expensive no matter what. It's also a known fact that the Cutlass is quite notoriously underpriced, even with its recent price bump. So I think Cloud Imperial Games could sell the base Apollo for $190, keep the medical Apollo at $225, and go for a $235 to $245 price range for the combat variant. So there we have it, guys. This is how I believe that Cloud Imperial Games could cash in on the opportunity to create more variants for the RSI Apollo, which I do believe, like Jared, is a fantastic design and deserves more than being just a mere ambulance, especially within the range of RSI, which is terribly lacking medium-sized ships. That is all for this video, guys, but let me know in the comment section down below, should the RSI Apollo get more variants, or do you think it should remain as an ambulance? I've seen some really interesting comments in the short video I made on the topic a little bit earlier this week. Thank you so much to Dr. Fabin, Deplorable Infidel, and Zero Crusher for supporting the channel on Patreon via the YouTube membership program. If you too want to go the extra mile and help out the channel, the link is in the description down below. I wish you guys a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next one. I've been Erad. Cheers. Thank you so much for watching. A premium video like this one takes a lot of time and effort to record and edit, and I am aware that you'd like to see more of these as much as I'd like to produce more as well. This is why I rely on YouTube and Patreon members as well as Twitch subscribers to keep the lights on and help me become one day a full-time content creator. The closer you help me achieve this goal, the more I can do for you. Together, we've already accomplished so much, and I cannot thank you enough for your support. You are making all of this possible.